Hello and welcome to another of my journals. This one I was experimenting with what I could do with the condensed Reader's Digest books. Essentially over here people are giving them away rather than throwing them out, and some of the older ones in particular have these beautiful covers on them, and they do vary quite a lot, but some of them can be in quite bad condition. So what I do is collect them. I've actually gutted them, and some of them I will perhaps stitch signatures into. But what I've done with this one is just literally sliced off the covers and pseudobound. So this is the original cover of the Reader's Digest. The yellow paper is some handmade paper that I had that coordinated nicely, so it just seals the edge because I had cut it down on this edge. This is the original edge of the book, which I've used Tim Holtz Distress ink. The rest of it I've just left. I haven't distressed it at all. I have Mod Podged and glazed it though, and then adhered this applique flower to it, which is rather lovely. The back is the original back of the book, and again the paper down the edge. A wee charm attachment, which is some broken jewellery. So this one I haven't done a closure on, and I don't think I will add one. It's actually quite nice without it. On the inside of the book, this is the original inside of the Reader's Digest, so I haven't covered it at all. You can just see the edge of the paper, which I folded back from the front. Doily, which I've just literally glued down, and I haven't Mod Podged or sealed this, so it's all quite natural feeling. Vellum first page, plain white paper, which I've put a wee piece of, I think I got that off Graphic Fairy or somewhere like that. It's just something I got off the internet. On the back's a wee coin envelope I've made with some tags. A card from the Globe Theatre, which I've just popped in there. Image from a book, obviously a German book. Pages from an old travel journal, 1966 diary pages. Scrapbooking paper, which I've just folded back, rounded the corners as I have done with all the pages, and just popped in some scrapbooking ephemera there. And all the edges in this book have actually been distressed. I think on this one I might have used Vintage Photo, possibly Walnut Stain, I'm not sure, I think Vintage Photo. An old envelope from Stationery, which rather than punch into the envelope, I've just added this little extension there, which is actually coordinating with the paper that's inside. Just some plain lined paper with white tissue paper, which I've just I think I actually used glue on this. I don't think I Mod Podged that. And some rub-ons. Scrapbooking paper. Index card with a little cutout. Dimensional butterfly sticker. A little paper bag where I've just made the tie tag and stamped it with found. And as I mentioned in one of my earlier journals, I do like popping in paper bags with found, because when you're using the journal, it's nice to know that if you're wandering around and you just pick up little bits and pieces that mean nothing, that you can't do much with, you've got somewhere to put them and keep them safe. Page from an old French sonnet book, ledger paper, scrapbooking, tuck spot, page from a magazine, little heart-shaped paperclip, doily, scrapbook with a fold out, graph paper, Anne Frank postcard, diary paper, which I just popped in back to front, and it had some silk ribbon to there. Alice in Wonderland vellum acetate, just some plain white paper and a little cardboard scrapbooking ephemera. One of the plastic index cards that you get that I've just used a rub on there, as it was R, I thought R for roses kind of works for me. Old street maps of, I think it was London. Window envelope that I've cut down to a single page, used decorative tape just to cover up a lot of the stuff that's on the front. Piece of an old postcard or gift card, I think. Diary pages, You will notice in most of my, in fact in all of my journals, I think I use a lot of old diary pages. The reason I have so many is that you find them so often in secondhand shops, recycling centres and the such like, and people might start using them or they might not use them at all. They're out of date, so people generally think, well, I can't use that now, but they have beautiful imagery, beautiful paper, and they work so well in junk journals that if you do see any, I encourage you to get them and use them. Recipe cards, a page out of a book, scrapbooking paper where I've just again made a fold back and put, I think you call it score tape, I call it double-sided tape, down to separate it into 3 little pockets, and these are just internet images. More of the travel journal, music paper, scrapbook with a tea bag tag and a charm, internet image, bulldog, and interesting, right, just lined paper, a very large tag that I got off the internet somewhere, more doily, a paper bag. I've just folded it in half and punched it straight through the middle. The front is just a pocket there, and the back I've just sliced along the top, cut a little pocket, and obviously had that tag in there when I punched it, which was a mistake. Right, scrapbook paper, old postcard, beautiful page from a children's storybook, part of an index card, black paper because I really like writing in white gel pens or silver. Another page from the old photo albums where they used these to separate the pages, and I'm sure you can't see it, but it has an amazing cobweb pattern. Scrapbooking, an authentic email envelope from a while back, and just some writing paper inside. Journal paper, script paper with a vintage image that I've just adhered to cardstock, and more of the black paper. So that's that one. Very, very simple, but I think effective, and it is just a great way of recycling things that generally are thrown away and never seen again. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.